Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs. We're hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's the Giants going up against the Chargers. Now we'll go down to MetLife Stadium for this matchup.
The Chargers are back deep, ready to return to kickoff. Josh Brown getting his team set as we're about to get underway. This game is underway. Woodhead's got a chance to return this one. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Chargers offense is led by quarterback Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers, we know about him throwing the football down the field. He's very good at that, but he does a wonderful job of finding short receivers and putting the football right on the money.
Rivers is going to take it from the gun. Jonathan Hankins gets to the quarterback.
Well, defensive tackles so many times are in charge of stopping a run, but not this time. The big fellow, good move at the snap of the football, gets in that backfield and gets the sack.
Coming up, second down. Gordon's lined up as the single back. Gordon's going to take the handoff now. Still not taken down. That's a gain of 6. One of the top receiving threats in this game is Keenan Allen.
Jimmy had a terrific rookie year in 2013. When he is healthy, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
The Chargers will set up. The 36 is the first down line. 3rd and long. And he's going to be sacked for the offense.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on 3rd down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on 3rd down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
Got a flag. Williams there to take him down.
Running into the kicker. Defense.
They won't get away with that as he knocks the kicker down. And a run back of about 5. Randall's got a chance this time. Taken down at the 35. Manning's heading out now for his first series.
Well, once again, Eli Manning takes the field. This guy has never missed a snap in his NFL career. Knows how to avoid trouble, doesn't take the big hits, and you give this guy time, he'll get it done.
Looking to go down the field here, and it's incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
How you perform inside the red zone is often the difference in a game, and we'll get an early taste of that.
No doubt about it, Jim. You got to be creative when you get in the red zone. We'll see what the offense calls.
Intercepted. No return here as he takes a knee in the end zone. An early early pick, and he's going to have to bounce back from this one.
Yeah, he is, but I'd go to the sideline here, and I'd yell at my offensive line because, my gosh, everybody's around him. No room to step and throw the football. That's not the quarterback's fault. That's the offensive line.
Gordon's met after a gain of 3. Here's a look at a very dangerous defensive unit. It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Phillip Rivers from the shotgun. And the reception by Stevie Johnson.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
What do you think mechanics-wise? How do you shape this matchup?
Well, when you look at both quarterbacks, Phillip Rivers a little unorthodox the way he throws the football and the way he plays, and his personality, very emotional. Eli Manning, very smooth throwing it and very smooth with his personality, too. Always calm. You know, that's Eli Manning, and it works for both of them.
Is marked down at the 27 and a run back of about 3. The Chargers defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Airing it out. As we talk about the offense, Rueben Randle has gotten better every year in the league since coming out of LSU in 2012 as a 2nd-round pick.
This is going to be a breakout year for Rueben Randle. He's big, fast, and strong. As we talk about all the time, those are great qualities, and he got better last year. Look out.
When you look at this defense, there is a playmaker in the secondary.
Very aggressive, likes to go up and takes those 5-yard runs and keeps them at 5 yards. That's why he's in the starting lineup.
Manning going to try to scramble now. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
That's an excellent job by the quarterback getting a few yards there with the run. You know, when you play against him, of course, anytime he drops back to pass, you've got to be alert for the run.
The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. Great pass, great catch, great control.
How about that play? The punter can do more than just kick it. He can throw it, too. He is a very good athlete, and that was a nice throw.
Now 1st and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. Comes away with it. What a job by the receiver, climbing the mountain and coming down with the reception.
Wow, climbing the mountain, that is a new one. What a good job. You're right. These wide receivers in the NFL now, they can go up and make unbelievable catches. And remember, you can't hit them until they come to the ground. That gives them a little more courage.
Coming to the line at the 19-yard line. The Giants come out with a split backfield. 2nd down and 10. Jennings with the catch. Charging ahead. Giants in the end zone. And with that touchdown, they've grabbed the lead here early in the 1st.
Boy, it's always nice to jump out to lead in a football game. It just takes pressure off of you. And what it does, it puts the pressure on the other team. A good spot after scoring that touchdown.
Catch made. Could have taken the 1-point gimme. They went for the 2, and they are turned away. And he'll start his return. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Chargers offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly. They weren't out there very long.
Well, Jim, you know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy gain and get the momentum on your side and get it rolling.
That's a nice, powerful statement as they establish the run at the beginning of this game.
Jim, you're right. I'm going to give the offense a little credit here, but, you know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe the defense going to have to put some weights in their pockets. You got to hang in there and make the tackle.
That's a gain of only a yard.
Some of the best players on the field are outside linebackers. They can rush the passer. How about this play this time against the outside run? Shows power, strength, and athletic ability. Gets in there and stops that play for no gain.
3rd down and 1. Looking across the middle. Falls incomplete. 4th down coming up. Looks like they'll go 3 and out on this series. The Chargers are going to punt this one away. Harris from the 14. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
The Giants love this type of play. Of course, everybody would. When you get a good punt return, that's what you want. And, of course, it helps when you have an explosive punt returner back there.
The Chargers with a nickel look here on defense. The Giants from the 32. Launches it down the field. Tough catch. The defense at this point trying to keep him out of the end zone. First down here after the completion. Manning's on the move. For a gain of about 5. Second and goal from the 4. Jennings got it. And he's in for the touchdown. That touchdown provides them with a solid advantage midway through the first.
Yeah, you know, I got news for the defense. They are allowed to try to stop the opponent's offense. So far, they have put up no resistance. They are getting pushed around all over the field.
Jennings going to secure. You talk about momentum. That turns into an 8-point trip, the touchdown and the 2.
This offense and the head coach and the offensive coordinator, they're all aggressive. So, hey, well, it's not good enough just to get a touchdown. They want to get that extra point or 2 points. Nice job that time.
Woodhead will run this one out. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Chargers offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time. Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Loss of 2 on that play. The Giants defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. False start on the offense will set them back.
False start, offense.
Second down now. Down the field. What a one-handed catch.
That is an impressive play, no doubt about it. And nowadays, from these receivers, we see one of these every single game. Hey, these guys are good.
First and 10. Gordon's handed the football. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day. Second and 10. Right back to him one more time.
It's way too early in a game like this, in this situation, to take a chance. You're going to draw to a screen, maybe just a straight-ahead run, but don't turn over the football.
Third and 13. Rivers' pass was intended for Antonio Gates.
The Chargers really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's third long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
This punt will not be returned. It will never see the field of play as it sails out of bounds. The Giants have tried to stretch the field vertically, and they certainly have. Manning's been dropping back and airing it out.
He's had the time to air that football out, and what we are seeing, the speed of this offense. And speed, what does it do? It can get down the field behind the defense, and they are making big plays.
The Giants take it from the 28. Heaving it down the field. Has the catch. First down at the 25. Launching it deep. And a flag is down.
Pass interference. Defense.
First down here. Goal line defense on the field. Another touchdown to increase the lead. Partner, I hope you brought your blowout material to the booth.
I have. My blowout materials, I'm just going to ignore you for the rest of the game. You know, Jim, I don't know if I can do that because, you know, you're a good guy, but, wow, I am shocked by this performance so far.
Will go ground. And they will not convert here on the two-point conversion. Good stand by the defense. The Chargers ready to return the kick. And here's Woodhead. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Chargers bringing their offense onto the field. It wasn't a very productive possession for them last time out, partner. They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good filling out process. So they got some knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here and make some plays.
And Gates comes up with the ball. That's his first reception today.
Hard to guard these tight ends now in the NFL. It really puts the defense in like a quandary. Do we use a big guy? Well, if the big guy's not fast enough. We use a small guy. Well, he's not big enough. They get pushed around. I don't know what you're going to do. Just make sure you're a good tackler after they catch you.
Collins is the one who made the big stop.
The Giants defense is so fast and so powerful. That time on the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
Third and 7. And they bring down the quarterback, and it's a 3-and-out for the offense.
We got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on third down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
Harris got it now.
Very lucky that time on that punt return. The coverage was outstanding, and the returner's just lucky he didn't fumble the football.
The Giants retake the field on offense, and they are off to a flying start. They came out of the locker room with their foot firmly on the pedal and have not let up.
I'd say they have not let up. They are on fire on the offensive side. And when you've got momentum on your side in the NFL, especially on the offense, you've got to keep calling those plays to give your guys chances to make more big plays.
The Giants all bunched up here as they get set at the line. Manning's unable to find his target that time.
Beckham's one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
Flowers almost coming up with the takeaway.
Third long situations, a lot of coordinators in this league will run a draw play on third long. Why? Because they're just looking for field position, pick up a few yards, and then by some miracle, if the running back's able to make guys miss, break some tackles, and pick up a first down, man, that's just gravy. Well, sometimes when you have a talented receiver, you just got to put up with plays like that. He might drop a few, but when he does catch it, it can make a big play.
No, it's not. It's a fake. And the catch by Shane Vereen.
Good job by the offense that time and the backup quarterback making the throw. But I say this, on the defensive side, what are you thinking of? You got to know that's the backup quarterback holding the football.
And Jennings is brought down. That leads us to second down. Here's the handoff. Runs it in for the touchdown. This is beyond what anyone expected. How could this game have turned into a rout so quickly?
Well, you know what you and I are thinking, man, we put a week's worth into this game trying to get ready for it because we thought it was going to be close and exciting, and it has turned out to be a one-sided affair.
So from 2 yards out, they get it across and secure 2 extra points. Woodhead's got a chance for a return. He's brought down. That return's good for about 15. The Chargers got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3 and out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you who's going to be more demoralized is the defense because they need to sit on the sidelines and get a little rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now. The Giants defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
Loss of 4 on the play. Second down and a long way to go. Gordon's tackled down at the 17.
Well, but it's third long. I'll just say this, be very careful on the offensive side.
The Giants defense now is going to go nickel. Rivers out of the gun. He's wide open for the grab. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
The Chargers put themselves in a terrible situation. Third and long, but you know what? They got a lot of talent on the offensive side, and that was an awesome job of picking up that first down.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. And Ayers is all over that offense and brings him down. Coming to the line at the 44. Second down and 10. Throws the pass. He was looking short, but the pass falls incomplete.
Well, the defense has got to be happy about this situation. Anytime early in the game you get an offense in third and long, you are looking to make a play and get things rolling on your side.
The Chargers have it at the 44. And they deck the quarterback. And you wonder, when is this team going to get the wake-up call? It's been a dreadful first quarter on both sides of the football, and now they're poised to give the football away again.
Well, they're going to get the wake-up call. They're getting it from their coaches already. And let's just say this. We've seen games turn around, and they turn around fast. We got a long way to go. This game is not over.
First down at the 34. Wants to go deep. Makes the catch. In stride, and he's home for the touchdown. What in the world has happened here, Phil? Not even finished with the first quarter, and this game is almost out of reach.
It has been a lopsided affair. You've said that many times, and it has been. But you know what? Don't be in total despair because you're losing here. Find a way to make some good plays, and maybe you can get back into this game.
The Giants ready to kick it away. There's a flag right there.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
I saw the coach down on the sideline, and he is furious about that ball being kicked out of bounds.
Dude, I have no stake in this game. I'm mad, too. You got to kick it off. The field is 53 yards wide, and we couldn't kick it in between those 53 yards. It's like you hitting the driver. You can't keep it on the fairway.
What a catch. One-handed.
Well, if I was the quarterback, I would throw it to this guy every single time. When you make a catch like that, as a quarterback, you must have great confidence in him.
Double tight end formation. Gets the handle here.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Loss of a couple that time. Second and 12. Gordon's taking the handoff. Rock for a loss on that play.
The Giants guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
Third down. Rivers out of the gun. Ayers has the sack.
Offside. Defense.
Players from both sides making an appeal, but the officials saw it on the defense. Third down after the penalty. From the gun. He makes the catch. Gains 5.
It's third and long. Nobody opened down the field, so the quarterback does the only thing he can do. Throw it short.
Should be what we call a gimme. The kick is good.
When an offense drives the ball, they always want to get something out of it, get some points. This time, the field goal kicker gets it done. He gives them 3.
Harris is going to test the coverage here. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Giants offense came out and hit its stride in a hurry. And you got to wonder, Phil, when is this defense going to step up?
They are rolling. There's no doubt about it. Boy, it's fun to watch it. When an offense gets hot in the NFL, it's just fun for everybody, for the fans and even us as announcers.
Going to take it the distance. Going to take it home for the touchdown. Almost through a quarter, and this one is truly ugly.
Well, it's beautiful on one side. If you're winning the game, you're going, man, this is just exactly what we wanted and what we needed. But on the other side, just a terrible effort, and you got to be ashamed the way you're playing so far.
And it's a fake. takes the hit, throws.
Really good job by the defense that time, stopping a two-point conversion, because they do so many different things on the offensive side now in the NFL. I think when the two-point conversion comes up on defense, attack the offense.
Josh Brown about to boot it down the field. Takes off from the 5. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers stepping back onto the field to get this next drive underway. Their previous possession was a field goal.
Yeah, I think they feel good about that field goal. They made some good plays, and they got down there, and they moved the football, and they got in position where they could kick the field goal. Now you take the knowledge that you gained from that last drive.
Be wondering, though, can they finish off a drive today?
2nd and 10. Gordon's going to take the handoff now.
Situations like this, you think you're making the right call. You're going to run the football on 2nd down so you can get in a good situation for 3rd. And no, what happens? You lose a couple of yards, and now you're in a tough 3rd and long.
Loss of 3 on the play. The Chargers come to the line. First down marker is at the 32. 3rd down and 13. And he's going to be dropped. That's a 3 and out for the offense. This has been an impressive first quarter performance, Phil, on both sides of the ball. But right now, let's focus on the defense.
Good job by the defense, and they got off the field once again, and things are going well. Look, the team told us they had a sharp week of practice. They like their game plans, and right now, everything is working.
Harris is tackled down at the 38.
Well, the best thing we can say about that punt return, well, he didn't fumble the football.
The Chargers defense, where was it the last time? They could not stop the pass.
Well, they were trying. I mean, they were working as hard as they could, but, hey, this group they're going against on offense, they're pretty good.
First down at the 38. Makes the reception. Back here with Phil Simms to get the second quarter underway. A blowout already on hand, and Phil, I know that you were out playing a lot of golf this week instead of preparing, so hopefully you don't get exposed here today.
Did you get the names mixed up between Phil and Jim? You're the one that does all that golf announcing here on the second hole. So listen, I'm a football man. I'm ready for the game, and I'm going to keep talking about all the great stuff that we're seeing happen here on the field.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Reynolds is able to read that play and make the hit.
Well, Jim Nance, even you could coach the team in a situation like this. You're winning big, and it's 3rd and long. You know what you do? You hand the football off and you punt the football.
3rd and 11. Manning's going to take off with it. It's wide open. Robinson's there to take him down. They bring back out the offense to go for it. A takeaway. And a touchback here. We'll bring the ball out to the 20.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it. And inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
First down at the 20. Johnson can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop.
Got to give the secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Second down and 10. Steve Johnson hauls it in. Amukamara is going to make the tackle.
This is just a good example of how the NFL has changed. If you want a big play, you don't always have to throw it down the field or design something special. To throw it to these receivers short, we can see they're able to take short passes, break tackles, and with their talent, they get long gains.
Rivers finds Gates.
Antonio Gates, basketball player in college, all-pro tight end. How about this guy? He knows how to do everything.
Second down, even after the completion. Gordon makes the grab. On his way. Gordon's brought down at the 21.
What a nice throw and catch that time, but here it just shows you why you want to have a lot of speed on the defensive side. So when you make a mistake, what do? You make up for it by chasing the player down from behind and making the tackle.
Rivers' his completion percentage, 60% on the day. Looking to go up top again on first down. Robert Ayers takes him to the ground.
Well, every defense is looking for somebody to sack the quarterback, and that time the speed of the defensive end gets around the tackle and gets the sack.
Woodhead lined up in the backfield. Woodhead's got it on the handoff. Gains 12. Following the run, it's now 3rd and 7. Rivers will take the snap from the gun. Allen's going to pull in the bullet pass.
Nice job that time by the offense getting the first down inside the red zone. And it's a good thing they got a quarterback with a strong arm, because you got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
Rivers has now completed 4 in a row.
Oh my gosh, it is the worst thing you can do on the offensive side. This drives coaches crazy. When you get down near the goal line, you run the football and you lose yards. That's just not being tough enough.
2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Thomas all over the ball carrier.
Jim, I love these situations. 3rd and goal, what are they going to call? They're going to run the football, they're going to go with the pass, and if it is a pass, I would look for something quick.
The ball sits at the 12-yard line. Third down and 12. He'll throw it over the middle. Floyd had it, but couldn't hold on as the pass goes incomplete.
Floyd's going to go back to the huddle and look at all his teammates and go, my bad. Well, they know it's your bad. Everybody, even the offensive linemen, they saw you were open and you dropped the pass that was right to you. But, hey, that's the way it goes. You know, you got to keep the confidence up. I think he will, and I'm sure the football will find its way towards him again soon.
Going to be a penalty here.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Personal foul, late hit on the kicker, and that will be a 15-yarder.
Jim, it's inexcusable. How can you rough the kicker in a situation like this? Football teams practice this every single day. That's what they work on from the start of training camp. Such a big mistake. We'll see if it comes back to haunt. Well, that last play almost got them in here. And when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for a touchdown.
2nd and goal from the 3. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's 3rd and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
Third and goal from the 4. Looking across the middle. Has it. Touchdown. That'll get things moving in a more positive direction for them. After a first quarter, they just as soon forget.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, they're in a better frame of mind now, and it's just that one score. It's amazing what it can do to your confidence, and you know what? Not only does it help your confidence, don't forget, it shakes the confidence of the other team.
The Giants prepared to return the kickoff. And here's Harris. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. All right, the defense now takes the field, and they have so far underperformed here in the first half.
The number one thing you always expect and want out of your defense is effort, and we have not seen that so far today.
Grabs it with one hand. First down, offense readying for the snap. Odell Beckham Jr. has the ball. That's his first reception today. How about the way he always locks in and concentrates on the catch?
Man, he's got hands like glue. When you shake his hand, he can break yours because that's how strong they are. So not surprised to see him just reach out and just snatch the football out of the air.
That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. First and goal from the 1. And Jennings breaks the plane. Touchdown. This performance has been flawless, partner. It's been men against boys through the first quarter and a half.
You know, every once in a while you get a game like this. It only probably happens for teams once or twice a year where you can see somewhere in the second quarter that you are pressure off, and it just makes for an awesome week ahead.
The Giants setting up for the kickoff. He'll have a chance to take off. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. Here's Allen taking the field again.
It's been a down day for him so far, Phil.
It has. And, you know, if you want to get this team going, you want to find a way to get some momentum on your side. Find a way to get the football to your star wide receiver. He's the guy that makes it happen. And if you get him the football, he can just pick this whole team up and give them a much better chance to win. The Giants defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
The Chargers from the 22. Collins is the one who made the big stop.
The Chargers think they're doing a good job this time by running the football on second down. And what do? They lose a couple of yards. Now you have third and long. You better be careful in this situation.
The Giants lined up in the nickel. 3rd and 12 to go. Rivers sends it to Floyd. That's reception number 4 for him. The Chargers are down right now, partner, but they have been able to move the football. Rivers has been dropping back and finding targets so far.
Yeah, you're saying it right. They are behind, but it's not the fault of the offense. The offensive line giving this quarterback protection, and when you give him time, he's one of the best in the NFL.
The Chargers will take the snap from the 40. Gordon's handed the football. Thomas there to make the tackle.
Gordon is never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. 2 tight ends on the field here. Halfway through the second quarter. Got drilled as he throws it. Now looking at third down. Phillip Rivers from the shotgun. Ayers has the sack.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Brings the play to an end.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. The fumble by the kick return team, and look out. The football goes out there. They make the recovery. Well, good job by them.
The Giants coming back onto the field on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it.
Listen, momentum is on their side. When you have that going for you, keep the defense guessing at what you're going to do. So I think it's very important to stay aggressive in this situation.
The Chargers come out in a dime package. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Manning's off the mark there. Incomplete. The Giants take it from the 28. Down the field. Dwayne Harris hauls it in. Mark him down for another reception. That long gain sets them up here on this play. Going deep. Incomplete.
I know his quarterback coach is going to yell at him when he goes to the sideline. When you're throwing the long pass down the field, don't underthrow it like that.
Second and 10. Long ball to Hakeem Nicks. Incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Just a yard out. Let's see how they back up the big play here. Very nearly intercepted.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
Second down following that incompletion. Three-step drop. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
When you get third and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
The Giants getting set for the extra point. And it's a fake. Put an additional 2 points on the board as they convert. The Chargers ready to return the kick. And here's Woodhead. And he runs runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down.
The Chargers didn't get much out of that last drive, so now here they come again on offense. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit more of an urgency to the offense this time.
Well, I'll just say this to you, Jim Nantz. I sure hope so. After that last drive, that was just too generic, wasn't very well thought out, and they got to change what they're doing on the offensive side.
Got to give that defense a little credit, though, don't you?
Well, yeah, the defense did its job, but that was pretty easy.
Second down and 12.
Rivers connects with Antonio Gates. Third catch today so far.
The Chargers do a really good job this time on offense. The quarterback throws the ball short. They pick up a few yards, and now it makes third down much easier.
Rivers, his completion percentage, 60% on the day. The Chargers have it at the 34. The grab is made by Ladarius Green.
I don't know what the answer is when it comes to guarding these tight ends now. There's just not much you can do. I'll tell you the best way to stop the tight end, rush the quarterback.
False start, and that sets the offense back 5 yards.
Yeah, listen, false start, and it can be the littlest thing. A little flinch, it doesn't look like much, but everybody in the stadium can see it, and so can the official.
Gordon's lined up in a single back formation. That tackle made by Pierre Paul.
Gordon is a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
Second down after going to the ground game the first play. The Giants with a nickel look here on defense. Woodhead's taking the handoff. Not able to get away from Pierre Paul.
Woodhead's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
That last play was a run. Third down coming up. Going for the home run. And methodically, he just throws it away.
Boy, a lot of heads shaking going on as the offense leaves the field. Whatever their game plan was coming in, it's time to get to work on plan B for the second half, Phil.
Absolutely. Look, there's a lot of head shaking. I'm going to tell you also, there's a lot of hurt feelings down there. And I know, yeah, they're pros, but their feelings can be hurt. They're down in the dumps. They got to find a way to pick it up.
Tackles made.
That time he only gets a couple yards, and if I'd have been the punt returner that time, I would have called for a fair catch. Defense was close. All around you, there was nowhere to go.
A look at Eric Weddle right there.
It's been a difficult day, though, for this defense up to this point, and I'm sure he's willing to take some responsibility in all of that.
Oh, absolutely. He's the star on the defensive side, so he's got to take responsibility, and it's his job to lead the guys. And how do you lead them? Do it with effort and do your job and lead that way.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Manning's looking to go down the field here. Randall's got it on a pass that had something taken off of it. Here's the first snap after the big play. From the gun. Looking at every option. No stopping him now. That's a touchdown. My goodness, Bill. Halftime can't get here soon enough as it's blowout city.
It is. I know you can't wait for halftime because you scarf down food at halftime like you haven't eaten in a week. So we don't want to keep you from that. But this game, oh my gosh, it's been lopsided, hasn't it? And
you're in a two-point conversion on that occasion.
Yeah, good job by the offense. They executed the play perfectly, and they got in the end zone, like you said, and got that 2 points.
Josh Brown about to boot it down the field. And here's Woodhead. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Phillip Rivers coming onto the field now.
With as well as he's played in the first half, you wouldn't necessarily expect them to be trailing at this point, but they are.
No, you wouldn't, but you just hope he can continue that good play. That's what they're going to need from him to have a chance to win. But so far, so good. Really looks good executing the passing game. That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
Second down and 10. Gordon's going to take the handoff now.
The Chargers put themselves in a tough situation here. On second down, you run the football, and what do? You lose yards. Now you got third and long coming up. You got to be careful in situations like this. Everything goes into the side of the defense.
Loss of 2 on that play. And incomplete. Didn't get his feet down. We're nearing the half, and in the locker room at halftime, this offense is going to have to adjust.
Well, they better make some adjustments, and I'll just say this to them and to the whole football team. It's not about winning the game. It's just about playing hard and doing the right thing now. Don't look at the scoreboard, and if you get some breaks and you play great, maybe then you'd have a chance to get back into this game.
And a run back of about 10. One area that's been lacking today for this offense as it retakes the field has been the rushing attack, or at least the yards aren't coming from the player we expect them to.
Yeah, we expect him to have a lot of yards here. He's a great running back. He usually has success every week. It's a little bit of everything here today. The offensive line not being great, and also he's just not making good decisions. Even a running back has to make the right decisions if he wants to pick up good yards.
Breaking huddle at the 12-yard line.
Nothing like a receiver who can just put his head down and go after the football. That's what he did that time. Nice throw by the quarterback. Watch the receiver at the last second, looks up and makes the catch.
Welcome back. Halftime just a couple of minutes away as we resume play out of the 2-minute warning. The Chargers sat at the line. Dime package. Manning standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown. And this game gets more and more out of hand. The second half may just end up being a mere formality.
It could be. You know, you go in at halftime in a game like this when you're really getting manhandled. You got to find a way just to make a few plays to give you hope. If you can do that, look, in this league, you never know.
The Giants getting set to kick it away. And no return here. So Rivers will start this drive from the 20. Here's Allen taking the field again. He's been off his game in this first half, Phil.
Yeah, it's been an awful game all around, but the star wide receiver is having an absolute terrible day so far. And if they want to win, he better pick.
He will not get away. He's taken down for the sack.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
Rivers out of the gun. Incompletion here as he was looking over the middle.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for an effort.
And a flag comes out. Good for only a yard.
Offside. Defense.
Players for both sides made an appeal, but the referees say it's on the defense. The Giants defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. 3rd and 13. Woodhead's got it on the handle. Phil, we talked to the coordinator yesterday. He thought he had a good game plan for this offense, but obviously at halftime it's going to be back to the drawing board.
Jim, I like the thought process they've had out here in the game so far, but the players are just not executing. They're making really simple, silly mistakes. If they stop doing that, I think they can start making some good plays and get down the field and score some.
That picks up 7. The Giants have been firing on all cylinders offensively in the first half, and they find themselves in excellent shape as we near halftime.
Man, they are in good shape. I love what they're doing on the offensive side, and don't change anything. Go in there at halftime, pat those offensive guys in the back and say, keep it going. I think they will.
The Giants snap it at the 36. Looking long. One-handed grab. Manning will take the snap from the shotgun. Beckham's got the catch on the touch throw. The Giants signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. In the red zone. First and 10. And it's batted down.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
And it's a fake. Touchdown. They're just running it up.
Even though you think it's going to be a field goal try on defense, you must be fundamentally sound. They were not. They were working hard to block the field goal. That's why they were wide open for the pass. Nice fake and a good throw for the touchdown. Hey, interesting decision. I think we're going to see more two-point conversions in the league this year than ever before, because kicking an extra point from the 15-yard line, it's not a gimme anymore.
Thanks, Jim. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Giants are simply running the show in the first half. They've controlled the game and are way out in front. The Chargers have an uphill battle in front of them. We'll try to claw back in this one.
Harris got it. He's in the clear. Now at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
You can never talk enough about special teams in the NFL. It truly is a third of the game. And when you get a kick return for a touchdown, that just gives you so much momentum. Look at the blocks. Look at the speed of the returner. Great job, leads to a touchdown.
So they give up the touchdown, but they do not allow the two-point play.
Yeah, good job that time by the defense. So quick and so ready for that play. They reacted very fast. That's why they stopped it.
The Chargers ready to return the kick. And here's Woodhead. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half.
Rivers out of the gun. Melvin Gordon makes the reception. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
All you can do is your job. And that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Staying with the passing game on first down. And it's complete to Keenan Allen. The Chargers still trail, but as we look at the passing numbers, it's hard to find much fault with them. Rivers, his numbers, though, speak to a team that could be winning if other things like their defense were doing their part here, partner.
Well, yeah, that's right. The defense has got to hold their end up, but the offense, they've been very, very good. The quarterback has been accurate. He has been smart, and that always gives you a chance when your quarterback is playing that well.
Incomplete.
Man, the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
The Chargers at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. Third down and 3. Middle of the field and incomplete this time. And the defensive intensity continues out of the half. They'll look to put this game even further out of reach.
Man, when everything is going your way on the defensive side, that's what you do. You just play with more enthusiasm. You're faster. You feel good. You have confidence in everything you're doing. And it's been great here so far today.
Harris from the 5. Excellent coverage on the punt, and they are able to limit that return.
Well, returning punts is a tough job. It's about judgment. That time, that was poor judgment by the return man. Should have just had a fair catch and never tried to return that.
Manning from the shotgun. Looking to go deep. Jumps into the air and pulls it down. That's his 6th catch of the day. The Giants are in front thanks to their quarterback. Manning's done everything he can to keep his team on top.
He has been so efficient here today. Very smart, making decisions. And when you put those two things together, that's why your football team is winning. Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball, but it's incomplete.
3rd long coming up. You're losing by a couple scores. You're on the defensive side. You must know the offense is not going to take a chance, so be aggressive and maybe get lucky and get a turnover.
Vereen lined up in the backfield. The Chargers go with the dime formation here on defense. Almost intercepted.
The Giants put themselves in a situation where the defense has all the advantage. They know the pass probably has to go down the field on 3rd and long, and they were ready for it.
They're in punting formation. And it's a fake. They're running a fake. Makes the catch in open space. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
What a good job by the punter that time. He does a good job of faking like he's going to punt it. You got to remember he's a pretty good athlete. How about that pass down the field? And they get a touchdown.
Josh Brown about to boot it down the field. Woodhead's got it on the return. He's brought to a halt and a run back of about 17. The Chargers hope to get things going here. They have been anything but productive here in quite some time. 3 consecutive drives that have led to nowhere.
Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defensive side, especially the defensive line. They are absolutely taking it to the offense. They are beating them up, and the defensive line is winning the battles like this. It's all about the defense.
First down at the 17. Draw.
Gets about 4 yards that time.
Gordon is never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short gain.
Second down and 6.
Rivers finds Allen. That's his 3rd catch of the day.
The Chargers understand just get whatever yards you can every time you run a play. That's what they do that time. It's a short completion, but look what position it puts them here. In on 3rd down, this is something they can handle.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. Gordon's going to secure the handoff. The ball is jarred loose. Thomas is there that time for the tackle.
Phil, this team has been an embarrassment from the start, and now they fumble the football to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you know, Jim, when you don't play with enthusiasm, how do you expect things to work out well for your football team? They've shown no effort, no enthusiasm, and that's why they're getting whipped out here today.
Makes the catch.
And it's Eric Weddle who makes the tackle.
After that long throw and catch, the offense is now in good position to punch this in and get the touchdown. Hey, can the defense hold up and make them just try to kick a field goal?
1st and goal to go from the 2. Reaches up to make the catch.
And we're going to have a stoppage here because the booth wants to have a look at this potential touchdown. So this is just a matter of did any portion of the ball break the plane as this play is being reviewed and challenged? Will it be a touchdown or not?
Yep, just remember, all it takes, you said the word any portion, just the tip of that football, whatever it is, that's all you need. We'll find out if that happened.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So he challenged the play, and the coach's challenge does not pay off.
Well, I agree with the head coach still. I would have made this challenge because it was so important to the outcome of the game, and it was a little bit of a gamble, but it was worth it.
Ready to make the stop on the goal line, loading up that defensive front. And they score again here to pad the lead. This team looks possessed coming out of the half and extending the large lead.
Yeah, they are playing with some serious fire in the belly. No question about that. I love just the attitude. They're being so aggressive on the offensive side with their play by the offensive line and the play calling by the coach.
The Giants getting set for the extra point.
Oh, look out. It's a fake. And so they convert it here on the 2-point try.
The Giants getting ready for the kickoff.
Woodhead will run this one out. And he's met head on right there at the 20.
And there is Philip Rivers. He's been absolutely sensational today, Phil, showing us just how proficient he can be when he's in top form.
Some guys are so good that they can just do anything they want on the field because they have so much talent, and that's what we're witnessing here today is just a guy loaded with talent.
And this will end up as a 2-yard loss.
Got to give the defense some credit. On 1st down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped.
Second and 12. Gordon's handed the football.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
The Chargers get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first.
Rivers will take the snap from the gun.
Surveys. And he's going to be sacked. So, just 3 plays and out for the offense.
Phil, this team has been menaced
all game long on third down. They cannot figure out a way to pick up a first.
Well, listen, I can't figure out what menaced means. I got to start bringing a dictionary with me to the games I'm doing with you. You throw out all these big words, but if you mean they've been bad, then I agree.
And Williams is in on the tackle.
Well, only a couple yards that time by the punt returner. Good defense by the punt coverage team. They get down their speed. They hustle. They're all around him, and they only give up a couple yards.
The Giants have done a whale of a job taking their halftime lead and adding a whole lot more to it here in the third quarter.
And they're just doing everything we saw them do in the first half. Just dominating the pace of play and just being more physical than the defense.
No one. And in for the touchdown. This is going to be a true statement win for them today.
They are serving notice to the rest of the NFL that this is what they want to do the rest of the year. And that is be sharp on offense, be physical on defense, and this is what can happen. You can win in a blowout.
And the extra point is good. The Giants getting set for the kickoff. He's got a chance to return this one. Breaks free. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3 and out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3 and out again, you know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the field. You're putting us back out there already, so it's important to get a drive, give your defense a little rest.
Johnson takes the hit and is brought down. That's his 4th catch of the day.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
False start, offense.
Set up now at the 42. Phillip Rivers has it under center. 1st and 15. Rivers finds Allen.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass.
2nd down and 4. Gordon's taking the handoff. Collins is all over that offense. And brings him down.
The Chargers running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
And he just tosses it incomplete. .48-yard field goal try on the way. Hits the upright and goes wide of the mark.
I think it was a risky decision to send him out there and kick this long field goal. They miss it, and look what they've done. They've given the other team's offense very good field position.
The Giants have extended their halftime lead, and they haven't wasted any time in doing so as they continue to motor up and down the field.
You know, this is what you got to do in this league now. When it's going well on the offensive side, don't slow down, don't get conservative, keep it going, try to score points, and just dominate the other team.
The Chargers defense now is going to go nickel. The Giants take it from the 38. Looking long. Has the grab. First down following the long play.
Eli Manning takes it from the gun. The line of scrimmage right at the 24.
Jennings lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Makes the catch in the open field.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
They're going back up top. Power surge for 6. Touchdown.
Bill, we're midway through the third quarter, and there is no letting up.
Man, this is a lot of a good thing. That's what they're doing on both sides of the ball. The offense scoring points, the defense dominating play. They are just having a good old time out there. So many things you can do from the 2-yard line now in the NFL. All the teams can spread you out. They can run it. The quarterback can keep it. The big plays, the passes, very tough for the defense to stop the 2-point conversion.
Woodhead's going to test the coverage this time. And he's brought to the ground. That return's good for about 19. First down at the 16. Gordon's met at the 16. The Giants lined up in the nickel. Second down and 10. Antonio Gates hauls it in. That's reception number 4 for him.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
Throws the pass. And the catch is made by Antonio Gates.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
The Chargers snap it at the 31. Ball's out. This one's going back. A foot race to the end zone. All the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
What a deflating play for the offense. The defense picks up the fumble, takes it not only for a touchdown, but how long? Look at the blocks. That makes the offense lose its confidence. They're going to have a hard time coming back out on the field and making it happen. They wanted more excitement, more attention, more decision-making. It's the second guess in the NFL, and now they're going to have it. This 2-point conversion, more teams are going to do it because they don't want to kick the extra point from the 15-yard line.
Runs up to grab it at the 4. And it's the same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. The Chargers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. It's always good for the quarterback to really do a good job faking the pass right before the draw play. Get the defensive lineman up the field, get the linebackers dropping back for pass, and there's an open gap at the running back.
Ball's loose. Oh, they cough up the football, and the defense takes possession. Their misery is compounded with the lost fumble here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I want to give the team a speech, and here's what I would say to them, Jim. I'm not going to scream as loud as I would if I was there in person. Wake up.
Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. This
This game is really out of hand now. Still just the third quarter, but I think we're close to being able to put this one in the books.
Oh, yeah. Get that OW column and put a slash underneath it because they have won the game, and they deserve to win, Jim, with their enthusiasm, the emotion they have shown, and playing such solid football.
Catches it at the 2 and starts his return. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
The Chargers are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave.
Ball comes out, and the defense has it.
The mistakes just keep on coming from this offense. With a little more than a quarter to play, it's been a lost cause the entire way.
Well, Jim, I have some advice for those players out there losing today. Go home tonight after this game and get a lot of rest because you're going to need it. Because practice next week, man, is it going to be rough.
Loss of 3 on the play. One-handed catches, Phil, are becoming a thing of art.
Well, they practice it now, Jim. I think as they're growing up, you see them practice it out on playgrounds when they're in practice, and they come out here in the game, and they just make it happen. That is...
Second and goal from the 5. And it's knocked down.
Jim, I love these situations. Third and goal, what are they going to call? They're going to run the football, they're going to go with the pass, and if it is a pass, I would look for something quick.
Third and goal at the 5. They'll go ground. Picks up about 5. Fourth and goal to go.
The defense is ready to plug up the middle here on the goal line. Quick drop back.
Well, I tell you, it's getting ugly out here.
That time on fourth and goal, the offense goes for it. The defense is all excited. They want to try to stop them, and they make bad mistakes and give up the touchdown.
And they're going to try the fake.
Put an additional 2 points on the board as they convert. The Chargers ready to return the kick.
And here's Woodhead. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24.
Here's Phillip Rivers taking the field again. He's been absolutely sensational today, Phil, showing us just how proficient he can be when he's in top form.
Some guys are so good that they can just do anything they want on the field because they have so much talent, and that's what we're witnessing here today. It's just a guy loaded with talent. The Giants defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
Loss of 4 on the play. Phillip Rivers from the shotgun.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie makes that pickoff. They throw a pick here, Phil, and they'll be very pleased that we're nearing the final quarter so they can get this one over.
You know, sometimes when you're losing like this and you're playing so bad, you just feel like you can't get the game over with. It's amazing how
the blowout continues. Another touchdown. A little more salt in the wound with that touchdown, and we've still got one more quarter to play.
Hey, look, this is professional football. Don't look for them just to slow down because they're nice guys on the other side. They're going to play hard, so you better make your mind up to get out there and play hard, or you're just going to continue to get embarrassed.
Josh Brown about to boot it down the field. there at the 20. The Chargers just gave up some big turnover points. And let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
There's a momentum killer right there. The flag comes out. I think we have a false start.
Boy, coaches talk about it so much. Penalties before the snap of the ball. We got to avoid them. And the biggest one of all is the false start.
And Gates is out wide on the left. Gordon's the receiver on the screen. And he heads to the sidelines, out of bounds.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Gordon split out wide on the right. He'll take the snap, the first here in the fourth quarter. Tries and fails to hook up with Floyd on that pass. Second and 10. And the pass is thrown away. On the way, third down. The Chargers will look to get to the 45 to pick up a first down. Rivers has got it in the gun. Rivers finds Allen.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
Incomplete, looking underneath that time.
When you're going against a good quarterback and receiver in the NFL now, one of the ways to stop it is tight man-to-man coverage. You against him.
The Giants with a nickel look here on defense. He'll throw it over the middle. Johnson can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
Woodhead lined up in the backfield. 3rd and 10. Rivers finds Gates. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. We're into the 4th quarter, and this game has been well out of hand for quite a while now as this offense has struggled mightily.
Well, they have. And look, the coach of this team has struggled also today. So, Coach, if your feelings are hurt, get over it. You got to keep working on your game. You got to keep practicing, and you try to get better and just do better the next time out.
The Giants offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. That was a solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, just look at them, Jim. The way they've run onto the field, you can see they're exuding confidence. And when you got a confident football team, man, let them go and let them play and see if they can make it happen again.
That's his first reception today.
This is an awesome job by the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the offense. Just keep picking up those first downs. You got a big lead here in the second half. Keep that clock running.
Manning's back in shotgun formation. Looking to go down the field here, but it's incomplete.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position, nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
2nd down and 10. Airing it out. And it's incomplete.
I'll say this. In a situation like this, 3rd and long, and you're winning here, if you throw the football, fire the coach. And I'm just saying that because I don't think there's any chance they're going to throw the football in this situation.
3rd down and 10. And the catch by Shane Vereen.
Good job by the defense, staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle. And now we have 4th down coming up.
The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. And it's incomplete. Just can't hold on that time.
Well, I love seeing plays like this, a fake punt when you throw the football and it doesn't work. Hey, it's easy to do these things in practice, but when you got to do it in the game, you can feel the pressure, you get tight, and sometimes you just cannot execute the play.
Allen's got the catch and the first. 6th catch today so far.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a 1st down. You're down big in the 2nd half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
So 1st and goal to go. Makes the grab. Touchdown.
Well, when you get close to the goal line, you always have to look out for the tight end, because anytime there's just a little bit of deception, that deception is enough for the tight end to get that area where he can get open. That time he does it. Touchdown.
The Giants prepared to return the kickoff. Harris elects to run it out. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Giants ready to take over again. They rolled the dice on... Their last possession, Phil, going for it on 4th down in their own territory, and of course they failed to convert.
Look, there's nothing like being aggressive. I like being aggressive too when I'm the coach of the team, but listen, that was just uncalled for. When you're in your own territory, be smart, punt the football, and wait for the next opportunity.
We were both shaking our heads. What were they thinking about here?
Yeah, and saying some words that we can't say on the air.
Failing to complete that one, so 2nd down here. Manning's going to take it from the gun. Launches it down the field. Puts a hand. Oh, he made the catch. He caught it with one hand. Touchdown. And that just adds to what was already going to be a lopsided victory.
Well, you and I have done a few lopsided wins, but this one will be right at the top of the list, and right from the very start. You know, we heard it from the coaches. They had a lot of confidence in their team today, and boy, their team came out. They were sharp, and they got it done.
The Giants now getting ready to kick it away. That return ends rather quietly short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 16. The The Chargers offense heading back onto the field to start the drive after the result of their last possession was a touchdown. You think they've got another one in them, partner?
Oh, I absolutely do. I mean, just look at them. They got a good football team. The quarterback has great confidence and talent. When you put those things together, that makes you good. It makes you dangerous. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down there again. That time, the man-to-man coverage won. The quarterback had to make a perfect throw. He didn't. Incomplete pass.
Rivers is all by himself in the backfield for this snap. 2nd and 10. Gordon makes the grab. Gordon's tackled down at the 22.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have when the window of opportunity is very small. Quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
3rd and 3. Antonio Gates has the catch.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown. There are a lot of ways to attack cover, too. You can go deep down the middle where neither the safeties are, or if a linebacker covers somebody deep down the middle, then throw it short underneath the defense.
Rivers out of the gun. That pass incomplete. Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. The Giants defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Allen's got it on a pass that had some heat. That's reception number 7 for him.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
And they're all over him for the sack.
Jim, I got to take the offensive coordinator to task here. You know, sometimes when you can't protect the quarterback, keep some extra people in to help. They don't do it, and the defense gets another sack.
Taken down and sacked again.
Oh, man, defensive coordinators love this. When you can hit, or this time they sack the quarterback without even blitzing.
And there's a timeout, so we'll take one with them. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd down now. The Chargers get set at the line, needing to get to the 46 for a first. He's going down again. It has been a dominating performance in all facets, Phil, but I think it starts with the defense, which is still starring in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they've been tremendous all day long. I'm going to tell you what, they're going to feel good about themselves when this game is over tonight. And I'll tell you, I think they'll carry this momentum into next week's practice. They're going to be tough again next week.
And a run back of about 6. Looking at the stats now, you see 2 wide receivers who have filled the role of being a number 1 option today.
Yeah, you always want one wide receiver to step up for your football team and focus on him and see if he can get it done. But I'll tell you this, in the NFL now, you need 3 good wide receivers on every single team.
First down at the 31. Down the field. Going to take it the distance. In stride, and he's home for the touchdown. This will end up being an embarrassing final score for the team on the wrong end of it.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be embarrassed, and their pride is going to be hurt. And, you know, on the winning team right now, it's time to think about putting in the backups and just let this clock run out.
Got the touchdown, got the 2-point conversion. People love to go for 2 in this game, don't they?
Well, they do. And you know what? Now I guess you and I just can't sit here and blast the coach for a bad decision. When you pick up the 2 points, you can't complain about what they're trying to do.
Here's Woodhead. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. The Chargers heading back out there on offense, hoping to improve on their last possession, which ended rather quickly with a punt.
Yeah, I think what they got to do, they got to come out and be a little more creative. Get the defense off guard. Make them think over there. That was too generic what they did on the offensive side. If you want to score, show some ingenuity. Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Stevie Johnson has the catch. Johnson's undoubtedly been the top target for his quarterback today, Phil.
Yeah, he has. And quarterbacks, that's what happens. When a wide receiver gets hot, hey, they'll start looking for him. And that's what's happened in this game so far here.
Second and short. Melvin Gordon makes the reception.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Rivers has now completed 4 in a row. That's his 8th catch of the day.
This is one of those guys, when you talk about receivers, no matter what, he is always open. If the coverage is tight, don't worry. Throw it out there. He'll make a play.
The Chargers from the 37. That's an interception. On his way. The 30. Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
You got to love that from your defense. They take a chance. They get the interception. Not only do they do that, they return it a long way for the touchdown.
Driving extra point is good. The Giants getting ready to kick it off. They're setting up the return. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Chargers offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. When I was a quarterback, I loved it when they called the draw play because I know that defensive line, they're all trying to go after the quarterback, and nobody's prepared for the run.
The Chargers take it from the 23. Gordon makes the grab. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
The Giants defense now is going to go nickel. First down and 10. And it's on target to Stevie Johnson. That's reception number 7 for him.
You can only take what the defense gives you. Even though the offense is down here in the fourth quarter, they throw it short. That was a smart play.
The Chargers snap it at the 36. Melvin Gordon makes the reception.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Got hit on release. The Giants lined up in the nickel. Rivers out of the gun. Rivers connects with Antonio Gates. Picks up 8 here. And Gates has been the go-to tight end today, Phil, and really getting it done.
Yeah, if you want a great passing offense, you need a tight end who can really force the defense to cover him underneath and especially deep down the field. This tight end can do it all.
Rivers will take the snap from the gun. Rivers over to Malcolm Floyd. And now we reach the 2-minute warning. We return out of the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter action. Back to the air here on first down. Floyd's got it, and a first.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Rivers' his completion percentage, 60% on the day.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
River fumble, and the recovery is made by the defense. Phil, can you believe how untimely a fumble we just saw?
You know, Jim, I cannot believe it. Here's why, because you know in a situation like this, the first thought in your mind is you can't fumble the ball, and they did anyway.
What a catch by Odell Beckham Jr. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Heaving it down the field. The play is made by Beckham.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
First down at the 15. Looking across the middle. Never too late. That's a touchdown. That could be construed as running up the score, Phil. This game was already in the bag.
Well, Jim, it could be construed. You got to try a little harder or the score will get run up on you. How about that? You know, you are allowed to stop them on the defensive side, and you got to put some effort into it and some heart, and we've seen neither.
The Giants setting up now, trying to recover an onside kick. That kick came right at him, and it looks like the receiving team has recovered. The Chargers offense comes onto the field, and even if they put together a scoring drive, there's not going to be any difference here in the outcome. Now going for next week.
Well, pride's gone out the window. You've lost that already because it's been a dismal performance by your whole football team today. And I say this on the offensive side, don't press the issue, just get this game over with.
The Giants with a nickel look here on defense. Nothing will drive a coach crazier than a false start penalty.
False start, offense.
And now, after the penalty, it's second down and 15. Phillip Rivers from the shotgun. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with two hands. It's third down coming up. Going to go to the hurry up with under a minute to play. Rivers out of the gun. Reaches out and grabs it. That's a gain of 7.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
Rivers' his completion percentage, 60% on the day. Phil, before we go, how about this win? How much will this one count?
You know, Jim, all wins are nice. This one was done easy. You didn't have to sweat too much over it. You feel good, and you just enjoy the next couple days.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.